Hello and welcome. I have a different background with me today, and you can see behind me I have my little tree here.
I ended up buying too many Disney ornaments over the years, so now I have several smaller trees with a specific theme to them. So this one is filled with such beautiful Nightmare Before Christmas ornaments, Haunted Mansion, and a few other Disney Halloween properties like Hocus Pocus and Trick or Treat.
Recently I did end up doing a little Lego build for the Disneyland Haunted Mansion. It is complete. And if you haven't seen that one, link in the description below. Originally, I wanted to do it as one video where it was the Lego Haunted Mansion build and then the newest one that they've come out with for Disney, which is the Nightmare Before Christmas one, which is massive. But it's been on back order forever. And I hoped that Santa would bring it for me while I could still complete it before the Christmas season was over. Well, Santa came early, aka it was me. I bought this, I got it at the Lego store in Rockefeller Center in New York. So I literally had to carry this massive box all over New York. It's so big, it takes up the entire camera space. But there we go. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so beautiful when it's completed. So this will match my beautiful Halloween Nightmare Before Christmas Haunted Mansion and anything else Disney Halloween tree, mainly Haunted Mansion, mainly Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm not gonna do this all in one sitting. This is too massive to do in one sitting. Let's get a close-up of this box. I don't know how big it's actually gonna be, but as we can see here, there's 2,193 pieces. Normally, I believe most of the pieces I've done have been like 800 pieces, and that's taken like 4 or 6 hours or whatever. I'm doing this in sections. There's 3 main parts, and I'm seeing how long each of these parts will take to complete this product. But this is going to be the most massive Lego build that I've done so far. It does show you on the back that it's 20 inches by 12.5 inches. I can measure it, but I'm not going to. We'll figure it out. And then the great thing here is you have more of this where it shows, you can see the light from my tree behind me flickering. Oh my gosh. It does show it all Christmasified. Look at how cute. I'm so excited to see. And there we go. We got Santa in the bathtub. That they're going to kidnap him. There's Jack, Zero, the mayor. Oh, so many good pieces.
What is this? It's someplace new.
This is going to be so many bags already. I know, but let's get this out. Oh my gosh. Actually, not that many. It's not that many bags. And we have our booklet, which is so big, so massive. Oh, the moon. Oh, this is interesting how it feels. Our moon. And our sticker sheet here. We got this one first, our Days to Christmas to build. And then we have our observatory. And then we have, this is our last one building, but Zero. The graveyard. Oh, it's gonna look so cute. They don't look that big, so I don't know how long this will actually take, but it's still gonna be massive. Like, I'm still not gonna get this done all of a sudden. Okay, let's just get started. Let's get started. Bag number 1.
This is a special set because this was one of the first Lego idea sets that has been produced externally. The designer, username TV Rules My Life, came up with the initial concept idea back in 2020/2021 and uploaded a version to be voted on in 2022, so it's interesting to see how long of a time frame it takes to make a winning set come to life. There are so many amazing characters from this film, so it's so nice that so many of them are included.
We've got to find Jack! There's only 365 days left till next Halloween!
If you followed my channel for a while, you know how important this film is to me. I grew up being obsessed with it. I've said so many times before how huge of an inspiration Tim Burton is to me, and although this is not my favorite Tim Burton film, it's still such a classic comfort to me, and I have so much merchandise from over the decades that I have to be very selective now, but this is currently a must-add to my collection. Because this is an 18-plus set, all the pieces are a lot more intricate and detailed, and there were so many times where I was struggling hard, but I took a few steps back and figured it out. I always am so impressed with how a bunch of random pieces can turn into such an amazing piece of art. Thank LEGO for how simple they make all the instruction books, because without it, things would be so much harder and impossible to create.
I forgot to time this, but we got our base and we're on to bag 2. We're gonna make barrel and lock. Bag number 2. Oh, it's actually really cute. So we got all the gang.
Jack sent for us.
Specifically
By name. Lock.
Shock.
Barrel.
The best thing about this being a specific film theme set is talking about this film's trivia. Thank you, IMDb. So here are some fun Nightmare Before Christmas facts. If you're familiar with the reason the story was created, it's so well known that Tim Burton was inspired by the Halloween displays being changed over early to Christmas, and this was back in the late 80s. I feel like he would have been terrified to know how much worse it would get. He was truly ahead of his time, and I wonder what he thinks of it now, especially when there's Christmas trees in the stores in September. It took a group of about 100 people 3 years to complete this movie. For 1 second of film, up to 12 stop-motion moves had to be made. I talked about this previously, but this was one of the first films Disney released under their Touchstone Pictures compared to Walt Disney Pictures. At the time, films like Nightmare and Hocus Pocus were thought to be too scary for kids under the Walt Disney brand, so Touchstone was their way of releasing edgier films. Nowadays, they're both accepted and promoted as Walt Disney films, and clearly have a huge presence in the park. It's a goth kid's dream, but they definitely go overboard at times, the type of merchandise available.
Making progress on to bag 3. They're not too many pieces, but they are. Like, there are a lot of small, intricate details in this set, which does take a lot of time. But I am excited to see how it's turning out.
I also still crack up at the fact that there's so many items with Bone Daddy labeled on it at Magic Kingdom. Although this was mainly known as Tim Burton's creation, Henry Selick was the director of this film instead of Burton. It's a completely misremembered fact, especially since Burton's name's all over the film, since he was the original creator of the story, and Selick worked on making sure he matched Burton's style, although Selick's most well-known film, Coraline, isn't too far apart from the same style, another super creepy and fun, wonderful kids' horror film. It's always interesting to see when a director ends up finding a distinct style that helps him stand out artistically, and both Selick and Burton hold their own, although it's easy to see that Burton's style is straight-up German Expressionism, an art style that I naturally fell in love with because of Burton. German art itself is amazing, and I love that they're a country that really leans into the dark, gritty, and macabre. Nosferatu was one of the first well-known German Expressionist films, and the vampires from this film really do model that same look. Halloween Town itself, which is what I've been building, has been also labeled as a piece of German Expressionism, whereas Christmas Town is more aligned to something out of Dr. Seuss.
This is so cute. I love how it's a door now. You can open it up. And then on the other side, a better look of it. Progress. We got 2 pieces. Bag number 4. I thought I'd finish this, but I'm already getting to bag 5, and I've been doing this for a few hours now, and this is a progress. So we are having good progress. We are halfway done with the first one. I knew this was a massive project, and I've been doing this for almost 3 hours. Without really timing it, I've just been generally doing this for 2.5, 3 hours. So, pause, come back, and I mean, I got 4 bags done. There are 16 bags, so I'll see how many sessions I have to do. But stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Day 2.
Let's continue. Another day later. Once again, here's the progress so far. It is coming out nicely, but we still have a lot of work to do just to get this piece done. This is the first piece, and then we have the 2 other ones that hopefully will be a lot faster. Let's just jump right into it. We got bag 5 to go. And we're gonna build Santa. We're building Santa, guys. I'm so excited. We got Santa. Santa Claus is coming to town.
It would be so interesting to see Burton do his own version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, although the Ron Howard version with Jim Carrey is such an amazing classic, and it would be hard to create anything better. To add to the praise for this film, the Library of Congress selected it for preservation in the National Film Registry in 2023. Bet you didn't expect to learn about such a niche film history for this movie while watching a speed Lego build, did you?
So I've been struggle busing trying to figure out how to connect this roof together, and I literally just stopped and instead went to Google to see what was I doing wrong. Nothing. They don't connect. So like, I understand that there's stuff inside that keeps on, my skeleton head keeps falling out. So I understand that there's stuff, but like, that's a pain. This makes it so fragile. I don't really like that you're just supposed to just let it sit here. Whatever. Fine. Bag 6. I think this is the final one for our first building. Ooh, we got like tentacles and stuff. There's always so much fun things in here. Feeling very Ghostbusters with all this green.
There's so many details within the film, just like the set. Looking at the trivia, there's so many things I never paid attention to that was done on purpose. One of the examples is the character, the mayor. He has 2 faces, that's a play on the two-faced politician, which is geniusly done. There's several references to the Addams Family, another spooky family, and there's even direct references to Dr. Seuss and the Cat in the Hat as well. Of course, I mentioned that I had an original plan to speed build the Disneyland Haunted Mansion set within the same video as building this set because of the history the 2 properties are tied together.
First building is done. It looks so cute. It's very fragile, and like I said, I'm not really the biggest fan of it not sticking, but I do understand that there are little hidden treasures inside of this. I guess this took a couple hours. That's what I mean. I didn't time it this time, but this one is all set, so I can move it onto the side. I have 6 bags. Next up is the other bigger one, which might take a long time because this is the giant observatory. How many bags does this one take? Let's look ahead already. 12. Okay. So 5 bags out of this. Not too bad. Less bags for this one. It's taller than that. Okay. Bag 7.
Since 2001, Disneyland has had an overlay every holiday season where the Nightmare Before Christmas takes over. I've never gotten to experience it in person yet, since I've still not had the privilege to go to Disneyland, but I know how treasured it is, and I really do love how it's such a special, limited time experience that they have every year. Plus, I love how the characters so easily overlap with the classic characters in the Haunted Mansion. It's also so cute how instead of the ghost haunting you home, Oogie Boogie is the one tempting everyone to gamble for their lives. Even though Oogie Boogie is considered a villain, he's still one of my favorite characters, which is also ironic since I hate bugs, but there's something about him that's just so fun. I love the colorful casino sets from the film, plus he has the best song from the film, and I'm happy that he's a bit more included within the merchandise and in the parks as a character.
That bag was going so well until I messed up, and I had to go back and refigure 3 different times to figure out what I was doing, but I did it. This is how it's supposed to look. This is our progress. We got bag 8 now, which I think is more accessories based. These are all tiny little accessories. All right. Bag 8.
Most people that are a fan of this film probably love Jack and Sally, but I'm over here loving Zero, Oogie Boogie, and Vampire Teddy the most. Hopefully someday soon, within the next few years, I can make the journey out to Disneyland and experience the Haunted Mansion overlay for myself. I love the fun special experiences Disney does, and I hope they can bring more over to the East Coast as well. One of my favorite memories that I have while at Disney World was being able to meet Jack and Sally in person. I've only been able to do it one time since their line's always so busy, but I really hope I can do it again soon because they were wonderful to interact with.
That one was also a struggle, even though it wasn't that much progress. We do have the base. So, although I would have loved to have finished this one completely tonight, there's still 9, I'm on to bag 9, but that's building the place. And so honestly, like, well, actually this doesn't have that much at all. Oh, if I had more time, I would totally do that. But I am so tired. I have to, like this, I knew it was massive. I know it was massive. It's okay. So we got bag 9, bag 10. 11 looks like a lot of the decorations. We're gonna do that tomorrow. But stay tuned because once again, transition. We'll be back to finish this.
Day 3.
Another night. Another step towards finishing this thing. Once again, I know it's just been shown, but here is what I'm working on. We're gonna get that finished today. That's my goal, is to get this finished. And then we just have this one left. I knew it was massive, but let's go for it. Bag 9. There's 16 bags. So after this, we'll be getting to double digits, and we're more than halfway there, which is fantastic on its own, but at least it'll be an awesome display piece once it's done, but it's massive. It's massive. Number 9. Whoosh. We have our tiny little Christmas tree. I had no idea what I was building, but this is so cute.
The overlay in Haunted Mansion is so nice, but I would be so excited for a full year-round Nightmare ride if done right. Apparently in 2017 there was plans to work on one, but nothing came into fruition, so I don't know if it was a good or bad thing, but anytime you can add a bit of Halloween to anything, I'm excited for it, especially since I already basically celebrate Halloween every day of the year. Expanding on future ideas, I genuinely would love to see us be turned into a Broadway show. Several of Burton's works have become successful theater hits, specifically Beetlejuice the Musical, which I'm also obsessed with, and with the right team, I could see us being a wonderful, fantastic spectacle.
I swear, anytime I think it's an easy bag, there's something that goes wrong. I literally couldn't find the one piece I needed, and that's because it was still in the little bag. one could think that maybe we're getting lucky and the bags might get smaller, which makes it more quickly to process. But I don't want to jinx myself because even this little thing took a long time because I missed out on the pieces. But there we go. Bag 9 done. We are gonna go on to bag 10. Almost there, so bag 10.
They already have the songs, and as amazing as Beetlejuice turned out, an amazing adaptation could also be done with this material. I'm just dreaming up ideas at this point though. This movie is already a massive hit, and although, like mentioned prior, they have so much merchandise, I will still always appreciate that this film is still relevant and loved 30 years later. Keeping it alive with unique experimental ideas like this set is the way to go.
So far, that was the easiest bag, and you can see it's not that much, but I'm excited to see how much is coming together. This was the easiest one, and now we're gonna go on bag 11. We're getting there, we're making progress. It's coming together. This is so impressive. And oh my god, the back! We are still not done yet. We are far from done. But the details alone, phenomenal. Sure, I've been struggling with it, but it's worth it because it's all coming together. It looks so good. Oh, bag 12. We have 4 bags left, guys. We have 4 bags. Bag 12. It's finished. Another piece. This is insane. This is amazing though. This is so good. This is so cool. Ah! Can I finish it today? I'm gonna see. Finally. 3rd book. The Little Graveyard. And this one is so small. So hopefully. Oh yeah. It's only 3 bags. Oh my gosh, we got this.
Throughout the years, there's been some special collector's items like this one made. Back in 2008, a compilation album was released similar to the Disney Mania CDs that were popular at this time, with a bunch of then popular emo and alternative bands covering all the songs and scores from the soundtrack. Artists like the All-American Rejects, Plain White T's, and the Vitamin String Quartet put their own spin on all of these classic songs. I ended up getting this upon initial release because I was an emo kid then and I'm still an emo kid today. And I still own this today and I've always wanted to talk about it further, so it might be a future video idea because of course there's so much more material that's around to cover about this film. I could go on even more about the greatness that is this film, but thankfully I've almost reached the end of this massive build of a project. It took a long time, but the results were really worth it in the end.
I did it! We did it! It's done! Oh, that was a massive project, but look at a close-up. Wow, this is huge. I love it so much, but now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so awesome. Here's a better view of this. This is how it looks all together. It's amazing. And we can add our characters. So we have Santa. We have him. We gotta capture him in the bathtub. Okay. Got a little candy cane, but there we go. We gotta put the mayor over here. Jack needs to go in his laboratory, but we'll stick him there for now. And Sally's in the graveyard. Put their moment here. And then, of course, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Gonna do these. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, look how amazing. Oh, it looks so good. So we have 0 over here. These details are fantastic. And then I'll show the back of this because this is the star of the piece. But I love how you can look in the door and there's a little Christmas tree. And then even here, we have our little fountain. This door moves. Of course, taking this off, we have our presents. We got a little spider, a little stocking. Put these back on here. This is obviously my favorite because it's so detailed. Even though this is a struggle to get into, but this is phenomenal. This is fantastic. We got Jack as the Santa. We got a little bookshelf, telescope, like all these little details here. A little fish in there, and then a little other angle of the Christmas tree. And even in the graveyard, we still have a little pumpkin, another spider, a little skeleton head. It's fantastic. So there you have it. I've completed the most massive Lego project that I've done so far. And I think it took maybe about like 10 hours or so completely because I did like, well, about 3 hours each section. So scratch that. 2 / 3, let's do 3, 9 hours, give or take. 8, 9 hours to complete everything. But now it's done and I gotta find a space for it. This goes along with my tree and I'm just so happy it's finished. Now I get to enjoy it and just stare at it. But that is a wrap for the Lego Disney videos this year. It's the end of the year, of course. But don't worry, I'll be continuing more Lego fun next year as well as everything else. So stay tuned for that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Solstice, all the holidays. And hopefully there'll be a lot more Disney fun in the future. But until then, as always, I hope you have a magical day and I will see you real soon.